Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
And yo, what's poppin'? You already know who it is. It's the man they call Con Artiste, and you are watching 4.5 Marks. Let's go!
Everybody, to 4.5 Marks, we have our greatest guests yet. We have Kilo and Trew, the realist, right? The two realists walking.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Realist ever walking.
I love that. I'm so glad when you told me. I had no idea. So that's so cool.
Well, I mean, that's what it means.
Yeah. Funny enough, I was talking to a friend of ours named Alex Vargas.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he told me about it. And I was like, he goes, yeah, it blew my mind too when I found out. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. It's super cool. I don't know if you have any special meaning behind yours. But
No, my name comes
It's hard,
from my
though.
father because he
Hey.
was Kilo G.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So, and my father passed when I was about like 2. So, you know, and he did his rap and shit. So,
Understood.
you know, I'm just keeping the shit going. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Right now.
Sweet. So let's get into how far we go back and just kind of, you know, how we met, how we came together, how we got to this point in a way. It's so incredible, right? Like I can't imagine, right? We met in high school. I'd say collectively. I met Todd a lot sooner, but it was it was awesome. I used to sit in the lunchroom all the time, bro. You had your pen and paper, your iPad, and you would just sit there. You would sit there the whole time. I'd be like, okay, you know, like I'd hear it out. I listen to it. I'm like, dude, like this could be big, you know, like it could be.
Yeah, I
It's
used to because me and him we didn't really like talk in high school like that. But I remember we rode the same bus after practice,
Yo,
and I would just hear this motherfucker rap, and I'm like, damn.
dude, he's got
This
bars.
nigga's good. This
He has
guy's good.
bars.
This guy-
It used to shock me too, because I'd be like, I'd have to hear it one time, and then I'd have to think about it, and then I'm like, all right, hit me one more time again. I'm like, whoa, like that was deep, you know?
You know what's funny? A lot of the music that I've recently released in probably like the last 2 years were songs that I wrote back then. Like
That's
no
sick.
new shit. It's the same shit y'all
My boy
heard.
had
That's sick.
The same shit.
Dude, honestly, they bop. I'm not gonna lie. I've been listening to a little bit of your guys' songs, and man, like I'm like, this is where it's at. Like this is so cool to have like the Omaha representation. You know, like that is sick. That is so
for
cool.
real.
So again, just kind of going into it. 10 years later, right? We're almost at the 10-year reunion for me and you.
Yeah,
Next year, that's
next year.
crazy. You got one more year on that, but
Yeah.
like, would you have ever thought that we would come to this point where it's like, okay, this is what I want to do. Like, this is what I'm pursuing in life, you know? Like,
Well, shit, since high school, since I was about like 16, 17, I knew I wanted to produce.
That's
Never
sick.
really wanted to be a rapper for real. But, you know, I got another brother, and he made us, he made a song and he was like, you should try to get on it. And I was like, fuck it.
yeah,
And then we recorded it. It's ass cheeks, but
nah.
it was kind of like the stamp on it. And I was like, damn, this shit's fun. Oh, yeah. So, like, yeah. And then, like, literally not even a year. I think I'm not even a year in, but this producer shit, this is really my shit for real.
That's sick. Now, explain to me how that works, right? Like producing, because I'm not familiar. I understand the rest of it, but the producing part, I'm very, very vague on. Is that more so like, do you create the beats,
Yeah,
or
I do the beats. I make sure everything sounds good. I'm making sure everything sounds clear. Making sure he sounds good.
Yeah.
Likes to play God, like we said.
Yeah, it's like the work behind the scenes that, and most producers don't get the love that they deserve. But
yeah,
I do it for the love of music. I don't really do it for the exposure. You know what I mean?
that's sweet.
But he still can rap. He still has good bars.
I do.
You
Listen,
got flow.
I was
You
about
have
to say,
flow.
I tell motherfuckers I rap for fun. This motherfucker rap.
I do it for fun too. I just have more fun doing it, I guess.
Oh God,
That's
I
all good.
just be having fun. This motherfucker, ooh, my bad.
You good,
But
don't worry.
this motherfucker really do this shit, and so like,
What was funny too is like you said back in high school, I didn't get into rap until probably my junior year. I don't know if you remember, but I was always big on singing. I was singing to all the girls in class and whatnot. And I was like, man, I can't be this soft guy trying to sing and whatnot.
Hey, soft guys in. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, they're in. You know, I can still sing, but I was like, man, I want the swagger.
that was a little
I want
after
that
Yeah.
tension, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that.
I know that I got that shit to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, I picked up rap and I tried it out. It started with poetry, you know, words just came
Beautiful.
naturally, and then I was like, let me see if I can really do this. And matter of fact, at the lunch table, remember Josh?
I do.
Yeah, he was telling me, he was like, you know what? You should make a mixtape. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it out.
That's sick.
So at that time there was a G Herbo, all like Kobe. You know what it was?
Yep.
All like Kobe. And I was like, you know what? Curry's doing good this year. I guess I'll ball like I'm Curry.
Mhm.
So that was like my first little fuck around mixtape thing, just playing with words, like no real meaning to the music, just spitting random shit. And yeah, that's where it started with me, as far as recording and whatnot, and getting like tracks out there. But there in college, it it got a lot more personal. So I was spending more time with myself, actually going through real life situations. It was more than just fun, rather than high school. You know, I was actually making real decisions.
It's real, yeah.
Grow up, have my son coming into the world, so I was like, damn,
Beautiful.
I really do want to do this, but let's not do it for fun. Let's see if we can make this profitable and fun. It's also my passion too. So yeah.
Damn straight. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing here, right? Like,
Right,
it's the same situation. It's like, this is like we have our 9 to 5, and then we have our job that's fun. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't lie, bro. I'm different.
Yeah.
He said I'm
This is my 9 to 5.
I love it.
This is my 9 to 9, my 10 to 10, my 24/7, my 365.
I love that.
That's what I do.
That's tight. I love that.
I'll work on music at the 9 to 5. I used to be at Nebraska
Yeah.
Furniture Mart on my lunch break making beats, and niggas would be looking at me crazy because why the fuck you got a computer at work? But shit, I got shit to do.
It's the grind, right? And most people that I'd say normal people don't understand that type of grind. You know,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
you have to do the above and beyond to get where you want. It's just the truth of the
I
matter.
sound insane to a lot of people, bro. I quit my job. I left my job. You know what I'm saying? I still make my money, but the way I see it is, why would I go clock in somewhere and support someone else's dream?
Yep.
When I got mine. Whenever I go to work, I think about what I want to do all the time. I'm never thinking about what's actually needs to be done at work. I think about what I want to do with this money once I get it outside
Beautiful.
of work, which is my dreams. So I'm like, why not cut the middleman out and just invest in myself?
Damn
It might
straight.
be hard the first couple of years, but I know I got the talent, the dedication, and the know-how. So why not use that shit?
Damn straight. I mean, that's the forefront of everything, right? And I feel like most people should have that type of mindset when they're trying to do anything that they love, right? That's just the simple truth of the matter. But a lot of people don't want to quit that, that whatever's blocking them to get to that next
It's
step.
definitely insecurity. Like, don't get me wrong. It's a lot of times I'm like, man, I probably should go to work. I probably should get a fucking job.
Yeah.
But then I get to work and I'm like, man, I probably should get in the studio. I need to get in the studio. And what solidified those feelings for me was my last job. I was working at Old Chicago. I wasn't there long at all, but I felt like I needed a job to feel normal again,
Yeah.
And I got the job just to feel normal. I was already doing music 24/7. I was like, man, this shit can't be working at a job. So I go to work probably for 2 weeks, and I get a motherfucking text from Westside Boogie talking about some, hey, bro, you're really good. Keep going, don't quit. And I was like, fuck this job. I'm about to quit this shit. I quit.
Yeah.
I quit that
Westside
day.
Boogie is
I
one
went
of
to the
our
studio.
favorite rappers.
That's-
for real.
I was telling for years. I
That's
needed
hard.
to find a song, and I finally did. But that day when he hit me, I was like, you know what? Fuck this job, fuck this pizza.
Yeah.
I went to the studio. Bro, I went there, recorded a freestyle, sent it in, he hit me back. I was talking about, normally I charge $5K for a feature. For you, I'll do 25. I was like, you know what? I can make that happen. So I was on 25, got the feature, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking I'm getting played. I'm thinking this is like some AI shit getting sent to me. But I do my research, I check his Instagram, it's him. I listen to the voice and other music, and I make sure it's actually him. Okay, this is fucking cool. I got a song with my favorite artist. I sent him a verse. He sent one back, and I'm thinking that's that. But then he hit me back and saying, normally I charge 10K for a video. I like you so much, I'll charge 25.
Yeah.
Fuck, I got 25, so I'll do that. Invested in 25. It took some time, but like 3 months down the road, ended up shooting my first music video with a $40 million artist in LA.
That's
So fuck that job.
yeah. That's wow. Congrats, by the way. That's awesome,
Appreciate it.
right? That's
I'm
so
not gonna lie,
cool.
The song is just dropped. It's not doing numbers, but it's doing good.
Yep.
It's doing good.
I'd love to hear that. Shit, man. Let's just jump into it. I mean, what's your wrestling knowledge to this point? Like, when did you start? Like, just give me that little synopsis of kind of when you started wrestling or watching it more so.
Well, wrestling came to me when I was a kid, and I got way too deep with that shit.
Jumping on the bed.
Oh,
Don't
God,
beat up your
Turn
brothers.
the trampoline into a ring. I had the toys. I had the belts. I had the games. I had everything, dog. Oh God, like he said, bro, used to get in trouble for doing swanton bombs off the bunk bed on me.
I used to get kicked out of fucking classroom.
Yeah,
all the time.
Suck it.
Always getting kicked out.
It's
I could say
great.
For me, it's not really more so when I started watching wrestling, just when I became cognizant that I was watching wrestling. It was always playing in my house. My grandmother watched it. They like watching the females wrestle.
That's so
My
cool.
grandpa watched it, you know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed what I watched. But I didn't become like aware of what and who I was watching until about I'd say The Undertaker. He was coming on a motorcycle. That guy.
Dude.
Yeah.
Before he was all dark and demonic and whatnot,
Yeah.
he was a cool guy on the fucking
Oh
bike.
no, because Undertaker had like 8 faces, bro.
Yes.
Several phases, but that's when I was like, okay, I'm watching wrestling. Like growing up, I thought him and Kane were actual brothers.
They are.
No, facts.
Oh, they are.
They are. They are. Really? He's
See,
lying.
look, he like, nah.
I'm like, there's no way. There's no fucking way.
I
I'm talking
mean-
about the brother that burned in the fire. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
this is some crazy shit.
And
So-
then he has stood out too because what's that place in not Vegas? There's that fucking desert.
Yeah,
He said he was
Death Valley.
Death Valley.
Yeah, they say he was
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Death Valley. I'm like, this guy's different.
I used to pass that shit all the time.
Man, I can't imagine. Crazy.
And
So
oh god, it got like 3 degrees hotter every
Did you have
time
a
I.
vinyl melt out there?
a vinyl melted?
Oh
Yeah, Travis Scott
yeah.
vinyl.
I had a Travis Scott vinyl and I left it in the car and that shit like
Warped?
melted and warped, bro. It was just sitting in the car. You know, God, that shit warped. It was fucked up. Yeah, and like damn near melted.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it's
wild.
hot out there, man.
All right, so let's get into it. Who are some of your favorite wrestlers at the time when you do remember watching wrestling?
Jeff Hardy, that was my number one.
What was your favorite about him?
Oh, that boy was crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, doing fucking swanton bombs from like 30 feet in the fucking air. That boy risked his body, and I was like, this white boy crazy as
Yeah,
hell.
those
like,
arm sleeves? You
oh,
remember
God.
those? Yeah.
Oh, God, that was that shit for real. And so, like,
No one
John
thought it was
Cena.
flamboyant at all. It's crazy.
I know. It's such a different culture nowadays, too. Like, I feel like people try to place everybody in a box, and it's just like, let people be, you know? Like, this is the most creative outlet most people have, so it's like, let it be.
I heard him. Granny's dressed like a 14-year-old girl. He's still cool, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
He's still fucking cool.
It was hard, though.
No, for real. And then, like you said, Undertaker, different, boy. And, like, John
He's
Cena.
6'10". I don't know if you guys know that. Undertaker is
Yeah, I
6'10".
didn't know that.
Hell no, I ain't know that
The
shit.
TV don't make justice, but he is 6'10".
I always thought the Undertaker played Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, Kane was 7 foot. That's funny.
I really thought it was him. I promise you.
Hey, I really get that shit away,
It's so
boy.
funny. But yeah, like the TV doesn't do it justice. That man is 6'10". Kane is 7 foot on the dot.
Yeah, I knew that.
That's
I knew
wild.
That. I knew that.
That's fucking
That's fucking crazy.
It's wild. I mean, if you look at it too, like Brock Lesnar's only 6'3".
Damn.
Like
I'm
you,
6'4".
and you would think, right? You would think that man's huge, but just with
It's wild.
stature and TV,
Yeah, I know he's not a wrestler, but Mike Tyson's fucking 5'9", 210.
yeah.
I'm 5'9" and 210.
I was about to say,
It's
man,
fucking
it
crazy.
don't
Most
matter how
dangerous man
tall
in the
you
world.
are when you can knock a nigga out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What about you? Some of your
I'll say
favorite wrestlers?
My favorite, let's see, I'm going to have to stick with Rey Mysterio. 369 all day. You
Dude,
know
he
what
was
I'm saying?
huge. He was so big,
Yeah.
like especially with the community that we
Oh,
like
God,
lived in. You know, it was just like
Exactly.
it was so driven that was the guy. You
I
know.
love the energy and flair he brought to wrestling. You know what I'm saying? He brought a lot of culture with it. And along with that being said, late great Eddie Guerrero,
Oh,
Man,
one of my favorites.
man.
That dude was amazing.
he was about it.
Indeed.
He was about it.
And I have to say, because of rap culture, and as far as acting goes, not The Rock.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? John Cena, man.
That's what I'm
He's-
saying, boy.
Like,
That was
he's
don't
up
get me
there.
wrong, At that point in time, he was like white 50 Cent to me. I'm telling you.
The doctor of thugonomics. That's what
Yeah,
they used to call
exactly,
him.
bro, like,
That
what?
shit's crazy.
That's
dog.
what they used to
Remember
call him.
MySpace?
Oh, God.
I remember.
He was all over my MySpace, bro.
That's
Yep,
sick.
I had that
Duh.
shit
That
right
shit's
there.
crazy.
Mhm.
Oh, God, bro.
Spinning chains and shit.
Talking about the FU and
You
STFU.
know, he brought
Yeah.
that attitude to the ring.
Real
with
shit.
it. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was my favorite era, the Attitude Era.
That is one of the
And
better
that's
ones.
the best one to me. Shit.
Yeah, they
Oh,
had
God.
as soon as the Attitude Era ended, it was what like 98, 2002, let's say, or early 2000, 2001, 99. So even later, they went into the Ruthless Aggression Era, and that's kind of when you first see John Cena and his that was his whole thing is when like just the come up. You know, I mean, look at the drastic change. Like he went from rapping, he's a New York guy rapping about whatever he's rapping about,
Right.
and then all of a sudden he gets the Marine deal, and now this man's all about the military. You know, and then he carried that for years, and then look where he's at now. You know, he transitioned into movies, and then I mean, the man speaks full Chinese, which is insane.
That's crazy.
Insane. Yeah, like he is one of the most diverse people to come out of wrestling. I mean, The Rock just does movies. That's kind of his gig,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
But John Cena is multifaceted for sure. So there's a lot to learn from someone like him.
Can I add a fourth one?
Go for it anytime.
All right, we said no girls. I gotta say Melina because she was fine. as
Dude,
fuck.
Bro, Kelly.
Kelly.
Look, I was
Oh,
telling you, bro.
man.
That's
Now
where
we're
my love
talking.
for white girls came.
now we're talking, right?
Yeah, you see what I like.
Hey, Melina though, that split,
No, Melina was that shit, boy. On me.
her tag team part, like the part of the faction that they had was Morrison and the Miz. Do you remember them? He had the
Oh,
mohawk.
Oh yeah.
Freaky
I
ass.
remember that. Yeah,
He
I
used to be
remember
humping
that.
on that shit.
He was ass.
Yeah, them
He was
At-
terrible in the game.
At the time,
At the
right?
time, yeah. He was,
Yeah, no, and then fucking Edge too, bro.
Edge.
The rated
I had a
R.
love-hate thing for Edge.
Yeah,
I love
You
it.
know, like
He's one of my favorite.
I like the dickish things he did.
Hey.
no, that's how I felt about
just
Randy
didn't like
Orton
that he
too,
did him.
bro.
Yeah.
He was just so sinister. I was like, I like this thing. He's
Sinister,
like,
good
I
word.
like
Oh, God.
Randy Orton, but I like John Cena so much that I'm not supposed
bro,
to
he
like
kicked
Randy
the bitch
Orton.
in the head, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's just.
But I'm not supposed to, but I still do.
Yeah.
Still do.
Just think of all the stuff we saw in the early 2000s, just like watching wrestling. You know, like we saw some shit on TV. Like
for
speaking of Edge, like he had a live sex scene with
Yeah, I
Lita
was about to
after he
say.
stole Matt Hardy's bitch. Like that's
That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
like I couldn't tell you how old I was, but at the same time, it's like I remember vividly just being like, "What is going
I'm like,
on?" Like
is
he
this
stole
boy-
his bitch. Like
He got a bed off in the ring. Like, what the
What
fuck?
was it? I think Vince McMahon was going to his limo after the whole thing one day, and she just blew up. I thought it was dead. I thought it was fucking dead.
That was a real story.
Did you guys see him die last night?
that was a real story. They tried to play that off, and then all of a sudden he just comes walking
I was
out.
like, oh, he's back?
Yeah, he's alive. He's
Oh,
alive.
God,
Like,
like,
there's no way he survived
How?
that.
Wait.
Yeah.
How?
My grandmother called wrestling redneck soap operas.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's funny. That's
Throw it out there.
hilarious. Yeah,
Throw it out there.
it is though, in a way.
Like you
is.
said, it's like cinema.
Yeah.
It's like cinema to end.
It's cool too because like most people before they get to WWE, right? It's all cameras, lights. It's the whole thing that you work towards. It's like thinking of being a SoundCloud to multi-million like labeled artist, right? Like there's a whole different section there. But
Levels to it, indeed.
like most of these wrestlers nowadays, they start out wrestling in a backyard, beating each
Yeah.
other with light tubes,
Yeah.
and that's how they get their start. You get a little bit of traction, you travel around a little bit, and the next thing you know, boom, you get that shot, and that's all you need, right? That's all it is.
You got to plan. The seed starts small, but it
It's
goes
true.
to the tree,
It's true.
When I started making music in my bathroom, I'm sitting right in the corner.
Yeah.
Nobody.
You know what I'm saying?
iPad bathroom.
One of the first songs I dropped, it was literally when I lived in Vegas, and I stayed by myself in Band Lab. On me, and I just
Band Lab, yo.
threw the little headphones on, and I made that shit. Send it to his producer. This is before I started producing,
All
and
good.
he mixed that shit, and I dropped it. That shit was ass, but
You still planted that seed.
Oh God,
Yeah, and
I started something.
you'd be surprised what that seed could grow into, right?
Exactly.
Like you never know, and that's kind of how it started with us too. It's just something that literally we got together. I mean, it was honestly because of him, right? Like he was like, "Man, you guys talk so passionately about this. Like you should just put a mic in front
I
of it and
didn't
see
know
what
Amanda
happens."
loved wrestling like that.
Isn't it crazy?
Actually, it's
We
crazy.
brought him into it, right? Like, he had no idea. He's kind of the so we're 4.5 marks, right?
Right.
So our half mark is Banda.
Okay.
That's what's up.
All right.
He's the one that we're teaching wrestling about. Like,
Okay.
I mean, I was pretty late to the game too. Like, I fell out of it. I used to be, as a kid, I'd watch every single show that was out a week, but I never got to watch the pay-per-views. So I didn't know,
Facts.
the big stuff that was
Right.
going on.
Some
But
Just had to wait till that
Exactly.
Monday.
exactly, it's like, all right, Monday's coming around, and then there was TNA, which is another promotion that was Thursday nights, I believe, at the time, and then SmackDown was Friday at all times.
Yep.
So
ECW was Wednesday, wasn't it?
It went,
yep.
It was like church, brother.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I had
Every
a specific
time.
way too. It's like as soon as I get out of school, my grandpa would come pick me up. We'd watch the show and he'd take me home. It was like clockwork, and it's such a cool experience. And then as we get into middle school and high school, I kind of fell out of it. I didn't really watch TV, nor did I have cable or anything like that. But it's so cool to come back to it, and it's just like it's still as open and as free as it is. Like we have these cool connection with wrestlers that they look for us after shows, and it's like it's such a surreal thing, and I'm sure that kind of happens with you guys and how music works, right? Like you put out a song and you have somebody hit you up like, damn, this shit is fire. You know what I mean? It happens.
It does happen.
And it's so cool because it's usually out of left field. It's like, oh, I haven't talked to this dude in so long, and he hits me
Right.
up, and it's like, whoa, like it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding too.
It's definitely.
Yeah, I've had times, like it was one time in Vegas. This girl knew who I was, and remind you, I just moved to Vegas. I don't know nobody out there,
Yeah.
and I'm at this motherfucking coffee place trying to get me something to drink, and this bitch goes, "Is your name Kilo?" And I was like,
Whoa.
"Do I fucking know you?" Like,
Yeah.
and she was like, "No, I heard your song," and I was like, "Damn!" Like, and that was kind of like,
Listening.
oh God, I was like,
Yeah.
"Damn!" Somebody listening. I was like, "Shit, I gotta keep going. I got to."
I
Yeah.
had a similar experience on my birthday last year. At the bar,
Yeah.
getting drinks, I'm just getting
Yeah.
free drinks, of course, on my birthday. Some random white guy's like, "Hey, you're that Trew guy, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yeah." How do you know me?
Whoa.
He's
Yeah.
like, I was at your first live show last week. I was like, "Oh shit, thanks, man. That's what's up." I was very confused. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I don't know you, but you know me.
Yeah.
That's all that matters." Bought me a drink and gave me some pizza. That was pretty fucking dope. So
Yeah.
it's with him.
It's cool. It's so cool.
Oh, God.
I imagine I have a similar experience to that where I had a drink in my hand. I'm just sitting there like, damn. You get that like almost realization. It's like, wow, like this is cool. Like this
Yeah.
is something I can
It's
do.
dope as fuck, for
I
real.
got an engineer. He calls moments like that the mirror. It's like you tell yourself these things you want to do in life, and then the mirror will pop up and like show you that you are doing what you're supposed to do. Moments like that are the mirror.
That's so cool. I'm gonna use that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's
I'm pretty sure I flipped it a little bit, but it's something like that.
It's okay. I get the gist.
Hell yeah.
I think that's cool. All right, let's break off into it. So with the wrestling knowledge that you do have and the wrestlers that you do know, if we had a cookout, right? We got all the fixins. I'm telling you, everything's there. Who's invited to that cookout?
John Cena offer.
John Cena's coming.
John Cena.
I love that with the spinner belt, right?
Hell yeah, got to for the culture, goddamn.
Who I wanted to cook out. If you're gonna invite John Cena just for the fun of it, I gotta have Randy Orton.
Randy Orton's cool, man. He was just in Lincoln for the show that came. What was it? January 12th, I think it was.
Yeah.
We drove out there. It was when it was super cold. That blizzard came in that Friday.
Yeah.
We drove out there to go see him, and it was. I mean, he's so cool. Like he's such a cool dude.
Yeah, he's cool.
It's incredible. But yeah, Randy Orton's one of the best ones I think. Currently right now, just with him and how he plays the bad guy role so well.
Mm-hmm.
Like you love to hate that guy.
Exactly.
You really do.
Nah, I fucked with him 100%. I was like, yeah, keep that bitch in the head.
So funny enough, that move is actually illegal now because of him. Like,
Damn.
nobody can do it within WWE because it's so dangerous, quote unquote, right?
Keep that bitch in the head for real.
Listen,
It looked pretty real.
there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot that goes into it, and I'll just tell you, it is the physical aspect of wrestling is very real. I'll tell you that.
No, definitely flipping
It's
and
very
slamming and shit. Like,
Dude.
yeah.
So if I had to invite somebody to the cookout, I'd definitely say Jeff Hardy. I think that's a great one.
Facts.
But we would just have to protect the tables because he probably would go through
He
them.
gonna slam somebody or slam himself.
I
I
think
motherfucker.
we need Mark Henry on the grill. He's invited, but let's have him on the grill.
That's a
Yo,
great.
let's say he got the wings.
Yeah, you know he can cook.
You know he can cook.
Make some
That
damn
big
good
boy
ribs,
can
for
cook.
sure.
I know it.
Got to.
Hey, world's strongest man on the grill. I love that.
That's just crazy.
Psh, what is he cooking then? Let's elaborate.
Let's
Everything.
see. I know for sure
The
we're
nigga
gonna.
said
We're
ribs.
gonna ribs for sure.
Hey, ribs are on the grill,
Definitely some good ribs.
guaranteed, guaranteed.
Yeah. Let's see. Smoked brisket.
Ooh, oh God.
He gonna have to show up a day before.
Because you got to smoke it right, indeed.
Minimum 15 hours on some brisket.
I think some stuffed catfish would be good, man.
Ooh.
Stuffed catfish.
I haven't had
That boy
catfish in a
making me
minute.
hungry,
Yeah,
man.
it's about that time, huh?
You got
Oh, God.
2 types of macaroni, regular baked.
Ooh, shit. Hey, bro. What's that?
I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I'm a big fan of collard greens. I really,
hell yeah.
dude,
me some collard greens.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
collard greens. Everyone
I
shits
watch
on them.
But I love eating them.
Yeah, everyone shits on them. I'm like, these are delicious, man. Like on some, Bruh.
like a motherfucker.
like with some diced potatoes, like fried potatoes, dude. Like sold.
I'm definitely glad to get something to eat after this.
For sure.
All right, enough about wrestling. Let's break off into music. How did you guys? I mean, we kind of touched on how you guys started, right? Like you more so producing, you're more so rapping. But what was the turning point for you where it's like, this is what I want to do. Like whether it be as young as you were or as old as you were, it doesn't matter. What was like the turning point? I was like, this is exactly what I want to do.
If I have to be honest, can I be honest?
That's why we're here.
So I was doing that shit in high school, making music. I got to college, and I was told by Mr. Weiser, if you want to do music like you want to do, don't go to college. But I didn't want to not go. I wanted to still go and try. So I went to college to try. Found myself not going to any classes, only going to the studio, only going to parties, to rap at parties, or enjoy myself. I happened to come across some LSD one day, me and my homies, and I popped the tab. And I was going through my trip or whatever, and for some reason in my head, something popped up, and I was like, man, this is what I want to do. I want to rap. I want to fucking rap. And a few weeks later, I had a friend pass away, JG, RP my guy, big love. He passed, and I made a song for him. And for the first time, I took a rap from just having fun to putting actual feeling and emotion to it, and actually storytelling that
Nice.
people could relate to. And I saw the effect it had on the people close to him, and some of my friends around me, and how they felt about the music. And I liked the feeling that it gave them. And I was like, you know what?
That's sick.
I want to keep manifesting this feeling in different forms through music. So I just kept it up.
I love that. That's so cool.
So yeah, I popped the tab. I popped the tab and the homie died, and I stuck with it since pretty much.
Hey, we all start somewhere, right?
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's cool to hear.
Hell yeah. So my experience was kind of the same, but not as deep. I had like some shrooms on my birthday one day.
Hey, getting to rap.
No, for real. Oh God. Do drugs.
4.5 marks don't condone that. But we'll talk.
Oh no, but fucking yeah, I had took some shrooms. It was my birthday, and I was with my best friend. And then like we was in a car and I'm just listening to my music and I'm rapping and shit word for word and I'm rapping every song that I have, bro. And it was just like the feeling inside me, like, yeah, I gotta keep doing this shit. I have to keep doing this shit because this is what
Like natural crack.
yeah, like it's natural. Like it was so natural. Like I always had a love for music since I was a kid, but like
Definitely.
making my own shit and like lately I ain't been listening to nobody but me. Oh
That's
God,
cool.
me and him.
Exactly.
Like
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so
like
cool.
and so like it's just like making everything that I want to hear because like especially with the new shit like
A lot of it's electronic. Like a lot of it's just hit a button and let it go. You know what I'm saying? There's no thought into
there's no
how
soul
people
into it
exactly.
no more. No soul.
I don't know. I mean, we get a lot of the mumble stuff too, and I'm sure you guys are probably against that in a way.
Hell no.
Right.
I mean, like
You like it?
I
embrace all the culture because
Exactly.
It's all part of it. Yeah, it's
It's
all
all
part. You
part
right.
of
You
it.
right. You right.
I like wrestling, for instance. I'm sure you guys still appreciate traditional Greek wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Understand?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
it's part of the culture. So I still appreciate what's old, what's new, and what's to come because it's all part of the culture.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Relevancy.
When I
Right.
get older, if I make it far, I'll either have to adapt or I'll fall off. So I gotta
Wow.
respect and love the culture. There was a time when Snoop Dogg hated the Migos.
That's true.
He hated them.
Oh God, bro.
But now look at them.
Yeah.
And what's their album? Culture. Culture, man.
Hey, sometimes the hate gets you to where you got to go. It's the
If
truth.
they're hating, you're doing something right.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's the same thing with wrestling, right? If you have a quiet crowd and they're not reacting to anything, you're doing something wrong. If they hate you, you're doing good. If they love you, you're doing good, right? Either or. You just, yeah, as long as they're not quiet, it's just a simple fact.
Exactly.
That's so
That's
cool.
just like what O'Donnell would tell us. It's when I stop calling your name, that's when you get worried.
Like a motherfucker. I remember that shit too.
Yeah, I heard it a ton of times. I totally get it.
I know.
He used to be
Nah,
on
real,
my
like-
ass.
Like you know, I remember when Playboy Cardi, like the whole mumble rap scene was coming out, and I fuck with Cardi, Uzi.
A lot of their beats are hard, man. Like
And-
I
and
appreciate good
that's-
music.
and that's another reason why I started producing because I was like, these motherfuckers be making artists. Like
Oh yeah.
if it wasn't for Pierre with Playboy Cardi or fucking like Metro with 21 or like bro
40 and Drake.
40 and
true.
Drake. Exactly.
True.
That's a main example. But yeah, so that's why. Man, that shit just it's fire. It's fire.
I get you. I
fuck
get you.
with it.
I appreciate either way. Now I kind of know Todd's answer already on this, but are you more towards like a beat makes the song good or the lyrics make the song good? I mean, it is a mixture, right?
Yeah,
It does play hand
definitely
in hand.
both.
But
It's
you can have
definitely-
you can have a great beat that other people go over, and it's going to be better than the
But I was
first,
gonna
right?
say, yeah, I do lean more towards the beat because it's plenty of songs. Like I'm talking about shake that ass, bitch, make your coochie breathe. That shit is ass, but
Yeah,
the beat is
shit.
hard. Like,
Yeah, and that's
like-
the thing. That's why producers need more love because there's a lot of producers saving their artists.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'll say that the beat is more important because if it was no beat, I'd just be doing spoken word at some bar. You know what I'm saying? Open mic night. The beat is like it's like it adds the soul.
It's the backbone
You know,
for sure.
I got the brain, but without the heart, what can I do? I need the beat. You need the bass. Like and the beat, I say is more important as well because he knows my process. When I write or make music, I listen to the beat so deeply to where I feel like I can pull the words out the beat. So I have to keep the words are in there.
Yeah,
So you know that is without the beat, you have no music.
that's deep. That's a cool connection too. I mean, that's special. That's
Think about it.
not most people have that. I'm
If
gonna be
I was
real with
just
you.
rapping acapella on the radio, are you gonna really listen?
Hey, Boys the Men did it.
let's say
They can sing.
They say this boy is just. Yeah, I was say they could sing if motherfuckers just talking on the mic.
Oh yeah.
that's different.
Okay. All right. Hey,
Like, what does
hey, we
he
do
yelling?
wrestling, right? We do wrestling. We don't do music, so, right?
No, that's cool though. But yeah, for sure.
All right. So, I mean, you kind of went over some of your favorite rappers out there, right? Who is the forefront of your guys' inspiration? Like, who would you take music from and be like, you know what, I want to do something like them? Whether it be producing beat-wise or even just lyrics or music, you know, there's. I'm sure you guys take some sort of inspiration from rappers out there, even
No,
musicians.
for sure.
I don't even have to classify as rappers.
No, definitely. Producing. Let's say producing wise, Quincy Jones, Travis Scott has been my favorite artist since I was 13, and like
That's sick.
fucking Tyler the Creator.
Hey, he's
his-
awesome.
Yeah, his producing
He's
game
awesome.
is cold.
And they told him he couldn't. You know what I'm saying? They told him like, you're never gonna make nothing in here, and his shit was deep. Man,
his
shit was
fire.
deep. Like I wrote that question just because of Tyler the Creator. It's like, if you fucking ask me who inspires me, and he's like, the other guy like interviewing him. Have you seen that clip? That's why I wrote that question.
Who inspires you?
That's why I wrote that question, to see if that was related.
No, that's just funny.
Continue,
but
my
no,
fault.
definitely Tyler. Fucking yeah, I got a lot like Claims Casino, who did like a lot of ASAP shit back in the day. Like,
You're gonna have to put me on. I've never heard him before.
Yeah, I was about to say
Claims
all that,
Casino.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Purple Swag and the fucking pesos. Like his beats used to be hard back in the day for sure. But rapping wise, Rakim, that was my guy.
That's sick.
Fucking yeah, I'm a real student of the game, so a lot of the old school artists I really fuck with. For sure.
That's what's up.
But Jid too, that boy crazy.
That's good.
and fucking Boogie, like yeah, I got a lot of artists. I'll be sitting here all fucking day.
I got you.
I say we do like a top 5 or just favorite.
Not yet.
All right, so I say gotta be Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, for you, I would 100% believe that.
Anybody that raps in a conscious way, I could say.
That's fair.
But I will, like, I'm not trying to be cocky, but I say me, because I, like you, I listen to R&B so much, bro. I like, you wouldn't even think I rap as much R&B I listen to. So I'd say Alicia Keys, Keisha Cole, you know what I'm saying, Aretha Franklin, people like that, because I could feel their music.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, something about a woman's perspective and that soul that they give.
I told you.
They have, I enjoy that a lot more, and that inspires me to go and make a good rap. You know what I'm saying? The last one I just made was about a woman, so I love listening to women. But if I have to pick rappers, you already know Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, of course, Lil Wayne, Big Sean, you know, the real deal lyricists, people that play with the words and make you gotta listen to it twice. 5 years later, like, oh shit, that's what he meant. Things like that. I like people like that. Eminem, of course. I like Trew, like real wordsmiths. But I do like people that have fun with the music, like Yachty.
Yeah, he has fun.
That remind me that that just isn't like a passion. This is still art. I love artists like that. Like that's where mumble rapping comes from. I love Uzi. At a point in time, I hated him. What the fuck is he saying? But that's a form of expression, and I appreciate that now. And now I understand it. It's not that Uzi was ass. I just wasn't up to par yet.
That's completely fair.
Pretty much, I was fucking hating. And I love Uzi. I love him. So yeah.
That's tight. So let's talk about one person that just came to mind. Like, I mean, we have like MF Doom. Like he's a straight lyricist, right? Like he don't need a beat.
His shit was crazy because he will fuck up the beat and he will change the beat with the words and like
the flow, like everything. I mean, he was incredible, right? Like, and he was so underground for the longest, which is like crazy to me, you know.
It happens to the best.
He showed me that an image is a lot. Yeah, image is
that mask,
and you can be whatever you really want to be.
True.
Because to be honest, I don't know what MF Doom fucking looks like.
Nobody does.
Yeah, outside his mask,
I don't
know either. Like
now,
only his mom knows what he looks like.
Like real shit. I ain't never seen that boy outside that mask for real.
It's crazy.
Like
that's cool.
Like I've seen Rey Mysterio without the fucking mask, but I ain't never seen MF Doom without the fucking mask.
Ever.
We don't like to talk about that.
Like this is crazy, man.
All right, so let's break off into it. If you had to have your Mount Rushmore of favorite artists, Mount Rushmore. So top 4 for you, and this is your opinion. It doesn't have to have any outside help.
Top 4 for me.
I'm about to say motherfuckers gonna hate me after this.
Not at all.
Man, this is gonna might blow your mind a little bit. I love Doja Cat.
Hey.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey,
I'm not like. Hear me out. Hear me out.
I was say we got. There's a story behind that.
You ain't gotta explain nothing to me.
No,
like
I get it. It's not about how she looks, but like I actually sit like she has radio hits for sure. But I sat down and dissect her actual music. She has something to talk about. The girl can fucking spit.
Yeah.
Like her ass off. And another one. Bro, I love Glorilla. It's not more so.
Hey, that little glow shit. That shit hard.
It's not what she's saying, but how she carries herself and holds herself. Like she.
That's a gangster bitch.
I think she's attractive, but it's
Yeah.
I don't think she's the most attractive woman. But look how she's in the game like that. Like she don't have a BBL. She don't have the best teeth. Not the prettiest one, but it's going crazy in the game.
She'll throw down
because she is who she is. I love that as an artist.
That's sick.
That's Mount Rushmore. I gotta have 2 ladies on there.
Love that.
And I say, as far as males, it's always gonna be Wayne.
That's one of my favorite artists.
Kendrick, and then just Nipsey Hussle.
Dude, Nipsey. It upsets me that he got so popular after he died.
I don't know
That
if you remember, but
fucks
in high
me
school,
up.
me and Taj rocked with Nipsey so heavy.
Yeah.
No one tatted.
Yeah.
Love that guy. Heavy. I wrote a 10-page paper on that dude. Like,
Hey,
he's my hero.
Nipsey's
he
what's
just
up.
had amazing hustle and drive, and he showed you could be from the streets and still be a respectable man.
No, straight up. I mean, he was able to separate kind of the businesses, right? Like, I'm just gonna classify it that way, but there's nobody that did it like him. And unfortunately, he wasn't popular until things went the way that they did, you know. And that hurts because some of his songs are crazy.
Wow.
They are crazy. Like, you gotta listen to him 3 times before you're like, oh yeah, now I know what's going on, you know.
Okay.
Sounds good with my childhood.
So my personal is, of course, Trav.
Can't help that, huh?
Oh God, I can't help it. Fucking Ye, I can't help it.
Dude, Ye's nuts. I
I
mean,
can't
his
help
new
it.
stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say his new shit, but you know that.
Hey,
happens
that's
to-
him, right? It's
I was
him.
about to say it
what
happens to
happens when
a
you're a
lot of artists, bro. Like when they
It's true.
hungry, that's when they bring out the best shit. But once you start getting on, you kind of just like
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm gonna just do this.
You're gonna
I'ma
talk
do
about it
what I want
regardless.
to. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
I
would
respect the shit out of
say
Kanye. I really do.
definitely Wayne, of course, and actually Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD's tough.
freestyle.
Anybody who
God.
could
Tough.
fucking freestyle for over an hour,
On his own.
It was 3, wasn't it?
3 hours.
Yeah, it was 3.
3 hours.
It was 3.
Yeah, nah, you got it, bro. You won. Like,
Yeah.
And didn't fall off.
and then fall off one time, and stumbled, and then fumbled. None of that shit.
Just
Like,
changed flows.
What's crazy is if he did stumble, he did it on purpose to rap the next bar.
Exactly.
And I'm like, yo, like, that's crazy.
like that boy Juice was crazy, man. R.P. that boy, man. That shit's sick.
We're gonna come back to wrestling now because I like that conversation.
For sure.
Let's do Mount Rushmore wrestlers for you.
Oh, John Cena.
Is that number 1 for you?
Nah, Jeff Hardy is definitely my number 1
Okay.
for sure.
Shit.
Undertaker. I fucked with the Boogeyman a lot. When I
Dude, he
young.
was slept on.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was just thinking about it.
Like that boy put real fear in me as a kid, bro. I was like, words and shit. Like this motherfucker's crazy.
His the clock.
Shaking
Oh
and
God,
shit.
that and Shawn Michaels for sure.
Hey, he's tight.
I fucked with Shawn Michaels. Oh God,
You
Kick
would
a
like our
motherfucker
normal.
in the face, boy.
Yeah.
Like,
Sweet cheer music, man.
Our local wrestling scene, we have a guy that's kind of like Shawn Michaels' image, like
For real?
kind of similar. So you'd probably dig him. His name's Jay Fowler.
okay.
He's our main champ right now, but he does the pose too. Like he gets down and
God,
does the pose. Yeah,
Bitch.
I respect it.
Nah, for sure.
Did you get 5?
Oh, is it?
Mount Rushmore's 4.
Four? I was about to say it is 4. I was gonna say.
Hey, you good? I like honorable
Yeah, my
mentions.
name
We-
is 6.
hey,
My bad.
if they touch you, it's you. You know.
Let's see, let me think. I say I really did enjoy Bobby Lashley.
Dude, he still
Lashley
wrestles.
was
He is
cold,
awesome.
bro.
He is
I
awesome.
enjoyed him. Let's see. Kane.
Kane's sick.
I enjoyed Kane, but not just with wrestling. I enjoyed him in movies like No See Evil.
Oh, see, no
He's
evil
good.
was that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that was
I
my
heard
first
that.
connected movies in wrestling. Then I say next to him, Ric Flair.
Incredible.
Yeah.
He came into the game and changed the game.
He's part of the 4 Horsemen for a reason.
Say that boy, he brought that fly shit for
And
real.
then just because we're on the topic of Mount Rushmore, I gotta be Dusty Rhodes on there, bro.
Incredible.
That's where it started right there.
Incredible.
Yeah, take it all the way back.
He's something else. Like it's those people that have that lasting impact on wrestling. I mean, almost close to 50 years ago, right? Like
yeah.
and they're still top of the list, you know.
I didn't bring up the old ones like Bret Hart and shit like
Bret
that.
Hart? Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
bro.
Hey, if you guys have Hulu, I recommend a thing called Dark Side of the Ring.
I started watching some
Watch
of
him.
that
It's
shit,
good.
for sure.
It's really
Oh,
good.
I can't remember this guy's name, but he used to paint his face like Kiss, but it wasn't Kiss.
Ooh.
Sting.
Sting.
Yeah.
So you know what's cool
I
about Sting?
enjoy Sting.
He's from Omaha.
Really?
I heard about that.
He's from Omaha.
I
heard
did
about
not know
that
that.
shit.
Good
Yeah,
old
yeah, I
Steve.
see that.
Steve Borden.
Is he a juggalo?
No, that's his own thing.
He takes homage from the movie The Crow.
The Crow.
Word?
Okay.
Damn.
Because he went on an injury. He was originally a surfer Sting. He was at a whole surfer thing. He got
Yeah.
injured and then came back, and that's where he started doing the Crow thing.
Okay.
Yeah, the long trench coat, all that
I
stuff.
was gonna say that boy
Yeah.
villain era started.
He's up in the rafters with his bat, ready to like I'm just try me, bitch.
Yeah, he'd walk down the like where everyone was sitting. He'd walk down and hop in the ring.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that. Yeah, I do.
That's a bad motherfucker. I'll
You
tell
know
you
who
what.
I was really into at one point though? It was a little towards me like getting out of wrestling was Sin Cara.
Hey,
That motherfucker was flying everywhere.
you
bro.
ever want to meet him?
Like what?
He comes around here all the time. He comes very close to Omaha. Yeah, like last show he was just out. He was in St. Joseph, which is like a two-hour drive.
Damn.
He was just down there.
Exactly. Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, they come around here all the time. If they ever do come, I'll let you know. They have connection to Magnum, don't they?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's come before.
This motherfucker will run down the motherfucking ramp and clear all that shit, and then just smooth get back up. Like I said, like
Dude, that's a sleeper answer.
no,
honestly.
for real. Bro, Sid Cara, I was like, damn, this motherfucker crazy. I was like, this motherfucker might be a little better than Rey Mysterio. I ain't gonna lie.
That's
So,
sick.
he
My Mount Rushmore
said, don't be disrespectful.
to Rey Mysterio. Man, his son actually wrestles now.
I heard about that.
You should check him out. He's awesome. He's so good. So
I was saying, no disrespect to Rey Mysterio. I love that boy still.
so you know how you love Rey Mysterio? Everybody hates his son.
Damn.
But it's the complete opposite, and he does it well.
Yeah.
He does it very well. So my Mount Rushmore, as a kid, I was very unruly, let's say. Stone Cold was my main guy.
Oh, yeah.
316.
Yeah, Stone Cold was my main guy.
That's so
Yeah, dude,
big,
and that's the
son.
bottom line. And just him messing with McMahon and all that stuff,
That
like
shit was
he brought the
was
Zamboni,
badass.
dude.
Nah, for real.
He was
dog.
tight. And what's funny about him too is like if you knew him before the Stone Cold gimmick, you probably would never have thought about it. He used to be the
Yeah.
ringmaster. He used to be the guy that like fought off the tiger and like whip. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
at the circus, that was his thing.
It's
And so
fucking
that was
wild.
ass, right? Nobody
That was-
followed him.
That sounds ass.
And then all of a sudden he gets a fucking leather vest, walks down.
No God.
Yeah. So number 2 on my list, it's got to be Jeff Hardy. Angsty white teen, right? Like
Right.
it is what it is, right?
No,
As a kid,
no.
I actually wrote a book about Jeff Hardy. Funny enough.
Damn, a whole book?
Oh, well, it was a picture book. Like I got to draw
okay.
the. Yeah, I was like.
5-page picture.
He said he made it.
No.
Children's
It was
book.
32 page. All right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I drew all the pictures and I wrote out all the script. I did a book. Okay, it's not great, but I was like 8. So number 3, Edge. Edge is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. We actually share the same birthday, which I found out later in life, which is kind of cool. That kind of fell into that. He stole Matt Hardy's bitch. I was always Jeff Hardy fan, so I was like, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Edge is the man.
I remember that too.
Yeah.
Dude, it was wild.
During that ladder match?
I don't know exactly the specifics, but it was like because he said so, basically. You know what I mean? It
Because
was-
that boy had game.
yeah,
That boy-
Smooth white boy.
yeah, Canadian,
God.
weird,
Yeah,
super weird.
You can't beat Canadians, man. I don't know what they got going on over there, but they got it going on.
It's so
Canadians are coming to America fucking shit up.
I swear, bro, it's something about that water. It's something.
That's funny.
That water.
So number four is tough for me because I could interchange a ton of people, right? Who would I put? As my 4th? Honestly, I'll just go with the super easy answer. I'm gonna go with Tommy Dreamer up on the wall there.
Yes, sir.
ECW was huge for me. I had the 3 games that came out. I think it was 2006, 7, and 8.
Yeah, I was about to say, I remember
ECW in it.
2008 had ECW, and
I believe so. I didn't know if they had the exact brand. I think maybe it was just 2008. But I mean, Tommy Dreamer was in most of those games at the time and just beating the shit out of everybody with a kendo stick. Like,
yes, with the fucking stick.
You know what I'm
This
saying?
thing-
Like, there's nothing better. There's nothing better.
No,
Who's
for
that
real.
Irish guy?
Finley.
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 Finley and his little, yeah.
Yeah, Hornswoggle.
Wow.
Hornswoggle.
Yeah, Hornswoggle. Oh my God, you're taking
Yeah.
me back now.
What's
Oh,
crazy too
shit.
is like Finley is I would say one of the best technical wrestlers to
I liked
ever
Finley.
exist.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Ever. But nobody gives him his credit, which is unfortunate,
I was
right?
about to say, I think it was Hornswoggle who really it did it for that boy.
He's come down here too.
Hornswoggle.
Yeah, his real name's Dustin. He's a cool guy.
I just kicked that nigga over for that.
He's strong. He's really strong.
I bet.
Yeah, he's really strong.
Center of gravity.
I was
Really
about to
underestimated.
That
Yeah.
boy got a base. That boy.
Yeah, Finley's incredible. I mean, he didn't need that shillelagh ever. I think he comes from a very like fight heavy, like bar fight type of guy. Like he
Right.
was the dude that went and start problems and finished them.
He's
You know,
like
his
the
own
Irish
thing.
guy, right?
I was saying,
And that was real.
That's what
That was
Irish
real.
motherfuckers.
That's how he came out. He's like, I'm Finley, and I like to fight. And then his music would play.
Yeah, damn.
Hell yeah. Oh man.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, wrestling is so subjective, right? You can either love it, you can either hate it, not pay attention to it. It's completely up to you how you interpret it, wrestling, right? And that's the beauty of it. It's how we relate it to music in a way, you know? Like, you get to base your opinions off of what you like and what you like only. Nobody can tell you different.
Exactly.
That's the beautiful thing. What we always say, and I'm sure it relates to you guys, is like, you can find anything you're looking for in wrestling. Same thing with music, right? If you search hard enough, you do your research, you understand, you will find what you're looking for. 100%.
Definitely.
Right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, it's the beauty. Like, I don't understand the whole process and how things go through. And I mean, there's certain industry secrets that wrestling has versus what music has. Like, you're not going to give the whole beans to everybody. But it's incredible to take that, and you could be completely fresh, never seen one match of wrestling. You can walk out and be like, I like this guy, I don't like this guy.
Right.
And that'll make you go, okay, next week, now I have an idea of like, okay, this guy I don't like is going against this guy I like. I'm like, okay, now I know who to cheer for, right?
Right, yeah.
It's completely up to you. But I do think it'd be cool if we can get you guys to one of the next shows. It'd be so fun, man. It's usually on a Friday or a Saturday.
No, like
But they're great.
Let's say I've been out of wrestling. Like I grown out of that shit when I was like 10.
So on TV is completely different than in person. I
No,
promise.
definitely for
I
sure.
promise.
But I'm down
I've been
for
to
it
one in
though, for
person.
sure. Because I've never been to like any live WWE show, so I'm down for it.
That's what everybody says too. It's like we have live wrestling in Omaha. Like nobody
Yeah,
thinks
they
about
come
it.
down here a lot.
We work for the company that sets that stuff up.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
We're part of that
Yeah.
union, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, God, that's how we met Doja Cat, kind of.
That's
she
sick.
She just kind of walked past us, but you know.
Hey, she walked past.
She was in the same room.
You said
You know what?
I would have been too. I'd have been like,
Oh,
you
God,
know?
I was like, Doja,
Yeah.
It's real.
let me get that cat out of there.
Oh, speaking of Doja, like, were you on the bandwagon immediately, or was it something that like slowly grew on you? With
I
Doja?
was on it immediately.
I was about to say, ever since
From
that
the-
Moo shit came out,
Hey,
oh,
the-
God,
yeah,
I
I'm a
said,
cow.
I like this.
Bitch, I'm a
Oh,
cow.
God, I said,
the first
I
song
love
that
that
got me
shit.
was No Police. I liked how her trippy and psychedelic her music was. It was like almost like a female ASAP to me. And I like that shit.
That's a cool
Yeah.
reference. I
So
like
could,
that.
it's not too many girls I could just play, roll up, and smoke and sit back to and relax, but I could play her shit on repeat.
Yeah,
She has slow, relaxed, vibey music. She has some hard pace, hidden hard shit. And she has some conscious, like dope Kendrick Lamar TDE type shit.
Yeah.
Like she's a versatile artist.
That's
like
sick.
that's why she has the balls to be as weird as she wants to be.
Yeah,
She can sell her soul 1,000,000 times. I don't care. I love her music.
it's wild. I can't believe people like to take that stuff and run with it. You know, it's like let it be.
If you pay attention to the things she does and says in her music, she's just trolling all of it. She's
Yeah.
feeding
Oh,
all of it.
yeah.
She's
Oh, yeah.
like she's like shit. If y'all think so,
Funny enough,
I'm
like
gonna just keep throwing this shit at y'all. And y'all just gonna keep eating that shit up.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
it's almost the Ye treatment if you think about it.
Like
In a
motherfucker.
weird way. In a
Yeah.
weird way. Like she's getting the female Ye treatment. Like everyone loves to hate Kanye, but if you really listen to his shit, it's like fuck, dude. Like he knows exactly what he's doing.
Exactly. Oh God, he knows exactly what the fuck.
He's like,
doing.
ooh,
That
this
boy
bar's gonna
stupid.
hurt people. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna
Yeah.
get people talking.
Oh God, no, real shit with that whole "I Love Kanye" song, bro. He knew exactly what the fuck he was doing
Yeah.
with that shit.
And I mean, you hear it all the time, right? And it probably does get to you to a certain extent, but when you're Ye, it's like, watch, I'm gonna hit you
Nigga,
with
I
it
got
again.
a Billy.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah, he bought the Super Bowl ad, did his own thing.
What?
You didn't see that?
Hell no.
He bought a Super Bowl ad, and they were like, well, we spent all the money to get the ad, so I'm just going to sit here. He's literally in his car on his phone. And he's like, I got a bunch of Yeezy stuff. Like, go to Yeezy.com and buy all my shit. That's basically the gist.
I was about to say that's what you do when you got that money on.
Yeah,
God.
and you know what's funny? I think it was like a 300% increase in his sales. Because now it's not going through Adidas, right? It's all to
Just
him.
straight him.
So,
yeah.
hey, more power to him.
Oh, real shit. Oh, real shit. That's what I say. I fuck with that boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might be a little off, but
Hey.
that boy's smart.
I feel like you have to be in an industry like that, especially being at the top,
Especially
you
with
know?
music, bro. You'd be surprised how many of these mainstream industry artists are actually weird as fuck.
Very
Like,
weird.
and that's why I fucked with Travis Scott so much because he made it cool to be weird. Like,
I
oh
love
God,
that.
That's how I
like
felt about Wiz.
exactly.
When-
Like,
Hey,
as he made his
He
transition.
had the fucking world in a chokehold.
real shit. Oh,
Like
God.
2008, everyone was on that
I
shit.
named my son Cameron because of Wiz.
That's hard.
His name's Cameron.
That's
That shit's
hard.
crazy.
Love-
Oh God,
love Wiz, man.
everybody had that blonde patch. in
That,
their head,
yeah, the
boy.
little, the chucks, the camo
Chucks
pants.
for sure.
501s.
Yep.
Like a motherfucker.
Dude.
Oh God, bro.
Hey, it was real.
Big ups to Wiz for real.
Yeah, and I mean, he's still doing his thing. Like the whole transformation with him too. I've seen like how he's just got
I was
jacked.
about to say.
Connor, actually.
I was about to say.
You
I
went
don't
Connor?
like- I don't like
Hey,
no
shout out to
Wiz.
Connor. Oh, okay,
It's like,
okay.
what? probably 3 months ago or something.
Oh, that's what's up.
I see Connor all the time, bro.
That's what's up. I do too every now and again. He'll cross my phone and I'm like, yo, what's up? You know, I'll hit him up every now and again. That's one of the homies way back. Oof. That's crazy. I'm trying to think like what other rappers are like just doing their thing, and like I like the fact that when you can tell somebody like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, or like not necessarily like a label aspect, right? But like there's so many outside people be like, oh, you'll never do this, you can't do that, you know, like it's almost the fuel that you need to do exactly what they told you can't do, you know?
Nah, real shit. Fucking Lil Yachty.
Oh,
He's definitely one of those because
He's
was
cool,
like
man.
he was the face of mumble rappers, bro. And everybody hated this
It's
motherfucker,
like,
bro.
yeah,
But
spit in his mouth.
right now, he sound like Meatwad for real. Like, he
hey,
sound like
that's crazy.
but oh god, hey, but like shit. Now everything this motherfucker drop is a fucking banger. Like
It is good.
it was one of his last fucking albums, which is like real different. But
I know what
like
you're talking about.
I forgot what the fuck it was called, but like it was actually pretty fucking decent. I was like, this motherfucker like that, bro. And
Yeah.
motherfuckers been playing with him for a long
It
time.
wasn't called Everybody, was it? No, that was Logic. But the one with the faces, right?
Yeah, yeah. I forgot what the fuck that shit was called, but yeah.
I watch a lot of his outside stuff, like outside of music. Like I'll see him just hanging out with people, and I'm just like, dude, like he looks like a fun person. to
Yeah, he
hang
was
out
like,
with, you know what I mean?
Dude. He got a podcast too. I forgot what the fuck that shit was called. But
Yeah, we'll look at it.
I watched the J. Cole little episode, but yeah, he seemed like a cool.
That's what I'm
dude,
saying.
for real.
And I'm pretty sure he's sober, right? He's one of those like straight edge guys, no?
Yeah, he be
don't
talking
know,
about
but
like
I
I was
think-
about to say.
I would assume he is. I'm
I
not
think
gonna lie.
so. The way that he talks about it, I'm pretty sure. I
talking
mean, like a
about lean a
hookah's
lot,
hookah.
I mean.
Hey, hookah's hookah, right?
But I
But
mean,
Yeah,
people always lie and rap.
that's true.
like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, I won't say people, but I don't lie. and
Say
rap.
shit. I like it.
That's what makes it hard for me to rap, because I'm trying my best not to lie. I chose
Yeah.
a name like Trew, so I can't lie.
Damn straight. I mean, the authenticity
I would
is what
love
brings
to
people.
lie, but nah, they're gonna call me out on that the second I lie. Oh, that's not true.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
every
fine.
time that you don't know. Were you there? Oh, me. What
Nah,
you talking
he
about?
seems like a cool cat, and I like that. I like that you like drive the music with your authenticity, you know. And I feel like that's what people tune into us about too. Is like we're not afraid to be who we are. You know what I'm saying? Like even if we're weird, we're weird.
That's
Like
why people,
it's
why people
life, you know?
interact with you because you are who you are.
It's
That's why
true.
we enjoy and respect you.
And it's cool too, cause like I mean, even 10 years later, like I mean, it's probably been longer for you, me and you. I mean, but
Like, oh.
it's crazy to see like even this conversation now. 10 years ago, it was the same conversation. You know, like we would just chill, hang out, kick it.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
You know, it's life, and it's like if you have that mutual understanding, we can get anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
For
It's the truth. And so it's cool. I really want to thank you guys for coming on. I mean, without people like you, we couldn't do stuff like this. So it's super cool.
I was
We
saying,
wouldn't be here.
we still be in the motherfucking shadows just dropping shit. So
It's sick. But if you guys want to shout out anything, like people that you work with, you know what I'm saying? Like all that's completely up to you guys.
Shout out Dreas, my boy.
Hey.
for
He
sure.
is Dreas.
Shout out that boy
A lot of it
Dreas.
started with him. I wouldn't have my first EP.
Nah,
without
for
Dreas.
real.
That's sick.
And Dreas,
If he has Insta, please let me get
please.
that.
For sure.
Dre dollar sign.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, it's
Literally
like
Dre dollar sign, but it's literally Dre and the dollar sign.
Bet.
yeah, for sure.
That's easy. That's so cool.
He's
Yeah,
an amazing,
that's
humble
so-
guy, and if you
Yeah.
ever need your roof, fixed, he's
Oh, yeah,
he's an
he does
insurance
roofing
handler and
too,
will get you taken care of like that,
Sick.
and he'll even get you paid.
And that boy is one hell of a producer, boy. Oh my God,
Yeah,
he's
Yeah.
a hell of a
genius.
producer.
Very, very smart dude too. Like
Motherfucker.
I'm into psychedelics, but he's like a walking psychedelic.
Like, bro, that
Yeah.
boy was
Just the
like,
energy?
for
Yeah,
real.
he
Like,
micro doses and read books all day.
Ooh.
yeah,
Dangerous
That
type,
boy
huh?
is very
Hell of a dude.
grounded.
Yeah,
like
that's so
a-
cool.
Yeah,
That's so
shout out
cool.
that boy
See,
for sure.
New albums you're working on? Anything like that?
Oh, yeah, the joint
we
album.
got a joint album. We haven't really thought of a name.
That's okay.
Like, this is all
So remember too, like
random.
this
Yeah.
comes out in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So you have plenty of time if it's gonna work that way, and if we need to release it later, we always can.
Okay.
So if you want to line that up, we can.
Okay, for
So-
sure. I was say, just
You
know.
let me know.
9 songs, all bangers. Don't sleep. That's all I can say.
We haven't really stuck on an exact name because we've just been literally just going in and
Just
doing what
making
comes,
music on
what
God.
comes to
Exactly.
Like the first song we did together was called "Feeling Good," and then we did "Feeling Great."
That's
And
sick.
that's literally how we just work. We just
And
do what
it's-
feels good and what feels great. You know what I'm saying? That's just what we do. So that could be a name, but it might be something
Feeling
else that comes to
phenomenal,
mind.
mix.
Hey.
Feeling fantastic. Feeling unstoppable. Feeling whatever. You know what I'm saying?
No, and we did this album within like a span of 3 days. Like,
Wow.
3 days locked in.
yeah, like
Those are the best, man.
I was at his house, bro, and like we ain't shower. Like we just
We left the house for food.
oh God knows
Yeah.
That was it.
Those are the best, man. When you really lock in and go,
yeah, definitely.
It
And
was-
it's
it
the
was
environment.
best,
I know
but it was
exactly what you're
bad.
talking
We
about.
smelled bad.
we smell
We
bad
didn't move
Hey.
at all. Like we were sitting like this.
the whole time for hours, like all fucking day, bro.
What time is it?
talking about, bro. We running out of
Son.
words. We running out of words.
But like it's nice like those that I feel like make those songs. Like whenever we get together, we do things like that, and it's like we push to our second wind, and that's when that real good song gets to going. Like when we push beyond our limits, like we can't go no more. That's when the words start coming. That's when the beats start coming. That's when it just flows together. And then before you know, we got this fire ass song. Like damn, another one.
I know.
Another one.
Yeah, it's-
Another
That's
It's
sick.
part of the process. At least our process. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
That reminds me of somebody too. I mean, it's not necessarily rap, but I'm sure you're familiar with Phil Collins. He
Yeah,
did
for sure,
he did the Tarzan album,
Yeah.
right? For Disney. That have you ever heard the story on that?
I didn't hear the story, but I know that.
So he for that entire album, it's gas, right? Everyone knows all the songs from the Tarzan. He locked himself in his studio and did LSD, and that's how he came up with all those songs for that album.
I was about to say, bro, I'll probably come out and never talk again.
But
After that
that's how all of that came together. Was just locking himself in a room, doing what he did, and made everything fire.
things
Like it's
like
just
that-
incredible.
Things like that definitely do open up something. Because I don't know if you remember, but in high school, things our junior year, I didn't say a single fucking word till we won a game. We didn't win a game. For a whole 3 months, I didn't speak.
Bro, and that was real.
After that,
I forgot.
I started rapping my ass off.
Dude,
And
that
that's
was
when shit-
real.
I didn't speak.
Hey Todd.
Bro, I promise you, I'm answering questions.
Dude,
on
it was
my
real.
iPad, bro.
It was
Bro,
real.
no, I remember that shit. Oh God, like,
It was real. I forgot about that.
Took
Oh,
a vow of silence till we won. We didn't win a fucking
we ain't
game.
win shit. We win 0-9.
And they were like, "Is he gonna talk today?"
Hell no.
that was wow. I can't believe you brought that. That's crazy.
Man, that shit is too.
But like things
funny.
like that open up. It's like mad discipline, like Mike Months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's stuff like when you take something away, something else opens up. And I
100%.
feel like doing that subconsciously opened up the realm of rap for me. I didn't use a single fucking word for 3 months.
That's cool.
Just started speaking my ass off. I had so
Yeah.
much to say, and still do.
That's sick. I like how you started with poetry too. I didn't know that.
That was a
That's
complete
sick.
accident. I'm not
That's
gonna lie.
sick.
That was an accident.
I was really trying to rap, and then Derek was like, "Come to poetry, it'll make you better." And then
Derek told you to come to poetry?
Yeah.
No
Shout out that
way.
boy Derek.
Yeah,
But
shout out to
then-
Derek.
And also this, I always did like poetry. My aunt's ex-fiance was a poet, so I always did enjoy it, but I never saw myself doing it.
Yo.
I would always watch Def Jam and whatnot. But Derek got me to come to a class, and the class took me going to a show, and it was Kira.
Wow.
I saw Kira perform, and I was like, damn, she's amazingly good with these words. The way she's describing that shit, I was like, damn, I feel like I could do that too. So I went, and I was just stuck with it. I enjoyed
That's so
poetry
cool.
so much. It was my first and only year doing it, but I got us to state off of words, and that shit was it. I don't know. I
That's
started
hard.
crying crowds off my words, and that was
Yeah.
without the beat. So in the back of my head, I'm like, damn, what if I put a beat to this shit? What can I do?
Straight fire.
No, straight up.
And then
Straight
that's when I
up.
caught myself staying after school on the fucking MacBook trying to make beats on GarageBand with Derek and rapping these ass songs. Freestyling around.
Hey, they
all
weren't
around
bad
the
back then. I remember.
I was
The
gonna
lyrics were
say,
good.
I was like-
bro, they was the only motherfuckers I knew at South that really had fucking bars. Him and Derek.
That's
Motherfuckers,
crazy.
bro.
I'll be honest, I don't know if I listened to Derek all that much, but I remember I had songs on my playlist from you too. You'd send me shit, and I'd be like, yo, this is fucking hard. Like, I'd be like, yo, this is my homie Todd. Like, listen to this real
Like,
quick,
this
you know?
shit hard.
It's like, this shit's hard. I remember, speaking of that, I showed you a beat one time that I found online, and you tried something with it, but I don't think anything ever came into it. I'll show you that beat again, and maybe, just maybe,
Maybe, yeah.
Like,
You gotta
just
shit about
maybe.
to come
It's
back.
called Ball So Hard. It is fucking nice too. It's
you gotta
nice.
show me that.
I'll show you.
I've heard a billion beats since.
I'm sure. And I'm not expecting anything out of it. It just popped into my head.
For sure.
But yeah, I found that beat one day and I was like, oh shit, like this could be something, you know? I was like, if you just put some words on it, it might be nice,
See,
you know?
it's moments like this. This is what I call the mirror. Like, I'll rap all the time. I don't know who's watching.
Yeah.
But when I hear things like this, like you having old music or remember showing me beats, it's like I was dedicated to it then. I'm still
Yeah.
dedicated now. This is just a reminder of that. This is what I want to do.
I mean,
this is the mirror.
We were kids.
Hell
We were
yeah.
kids, simple as that. Like it, and it's crazy to see. Like, I love that you guys are pursuing what you're doing. I mean, this is relatively new for us, right? I mean, we're like 2 or 3 years in the making, but it's the fact that we've gotten to a point where like we're kind of established within the wrestling community is so cool, and that's why we like to branch out too. Like, music's just as much as part of pop culture as anything, right?
Facts.
And I mean, you can put everything into that and you can take it all back out, right? It's so cool that that's so universal and useful to how things work. It's incredible. Something cool too. I've actually started poetry myself. Something that I understand. I don't write music at all, right? But
Say what you trying to get in the
no. No, I mean, I do got some vocals. I could help out with that if you ever need something. But other than that, I mean, maybe. But nah, that's not what I'm pursuing.
So I know it's something in there.
Hey, I got poetry down. Like if you go through my Facebook a little bit, you'll see. But
I feel like I've seen something.
yeah, I write all the time. It's just something I've never thought about.
I will say you're very good with your words. The things I've heard you say have been very inspirational. It may not even pertain to my life, but I can see the way you speak. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like self-reflection. It's like I can tell that you're talking to yourself to other people. I
Definitely.
do that sometimes, and that's a good gift to have.
Well, think about it too. I mean, like I don't know everything that's gone on in your guys' lives, but it's just how you relate to people, right? You can go through the worst of the worst, but guess what? We wake up the next day and we're thankful for it. Damn straight, you know.
It's more that brings us together than it is that separates us.
Damn straight. It's wild, and it's like there's so much that one person has to offer to the people around them or who they connect with, and it's like why shut yourself out from that? You know, like there's so much love to be spread, and I just use love as a blanket term, right? Like you can take that and you can give it to anybody, but whether they receive it and use it to their advantage, that's up to them, right? But why would I cut myself off? Why would I cut myself and be like, oh no, well I'm not going to show no love to nobody because what is it going to do to me? You know, it's just going to make me bitter. You know,
and whatever you put out in the world, it comes back to you.
100%. I do guarantee that. I mean, it's not even a belief at this point. It does happen.
No, like that's some real shit.
I got a good song with one of my guys, Mr. Bomb. Shout out, Mr. Bomb. Called "Make
Like
Love." It is exactly about that right there.
That's cool.
You should definitely check it out. It's
Will do.
Hippie vibe.
Ooh,
Definitely hippie vibe.
I like that shit.
First live song I performed ever, actually, at the B Bar last year.
Oh yeah. Hate to do it, but we're gonna wrap it up.
For sure.
We'll close out. You know, like I said, if you guys have more stuff to shout out, you're more than welcome to. If not, we'll roll it on the screen. I want to put up like your guys' album covers and stuff, like the pictures from the I guess the music that you sent me, just so that they have something to relate to, so they have a visual and a link. You know what I mean? So they know what to look for. It's just easier for the audience, I'd say. But yeah, if not, I'll do the outro and we'll call it.
All right, for sure.
All right. Well, you guys already know how it is. I'll teach you guys the outro in a sec. It's really cool. It's
Give them the backstory.
yeah, I'll do that right now. So our outro is: if that check bounces, so do you.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
So way back when, it's a wrestling thing. There's a team called the APA. They're the Appalachian Acolytes. Yeah, Acolytes Protection Agency. And what they did is they were a protection agency that people would pay them to keep them safe, right? And so if you remember JBL, do you guys remember him?
Yes.
So he was Bradshaw in that. They had the black like armbands around and the chest paint and stuff sometimes. And then Farouk, he was the guy that goes, damn.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So those guys, right? They had the team together, the Dudley Boys, if you remember that.
Yeah, I remember them.
They went to him and like, hey, we need your services. Like, how much do you charge and stuff? And he's like, well, this and this. And he goes, well, do you take a check? And I believe it's JBL.
No, Ron Simmons.
Ron Simmons says, he goes, if that check bounces, so do you. And so we're like, that's awesome. Like it's something so obscure that most people would never remember, but we use it as our outro.
Things like that is how he got his fucking tag. Little things like that. That's funny.
Oh God.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was saying shit. Kilo C for the artist, but the producer name is Bumpin' Kilo.
Hey.
And I got that tag off of shout out Dreas again. He sent me the song by Ludacris, Growing Pains. Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good song.
Yeah.
Good song.
That's so good.
Yeah, so there's a little part in there. He's like, some, Bumpin' Kilo. And I was like, ooh. I was like, I got it. Real shit. I was like, I got it. And for real, it's a perfect tag for me, for real.
That's sick. I love that. I like when they have that too, because that was before I even knew what things were, right? Like especially with producers, they all have something special that they put in their music. I didn't know that. You know, I mean, you hear it all the time, but you don't think of
that shit. Just that shit alone, just be making songs, bro. Fucking
true.
Like I was saying with Playboy Cardi and motherfucking Pierre. If he didn't have that, yo Pierre, if you want to come out here, bro, I'm telling you,
that lighter flick.
That lighter flick on me.
You know it's fire.
Crazy.
For real.
Well, again, this has been an incredible episode. We can't thank these guys enough. Obviously, Trew and Kilo, incredible guest. I mean, music and wrestling, I do think, go hand in hand. It's a beautiful thing. Anything that you put your mind to, you can achieve, and I guarantee that. If you say otherwise, something's wrong with you. Simple as that. Right?
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Damn straight. I say that constantly. So that's sick. That's sick, right? So all I'm going to say is, if that check bounces, so do you.
Bitch.
Goodbye.
That's funny.
Our greatest friends, CeeLo. Kilo. Look, I fucked that up. We'll run it back. I had it though, but I was just backwards.
You said CeeLo Green.
No, I was gonna say.
She got the shades on though.
I was gonna say CeeLo Key is what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.